Oh, what's up, y'all? I'm just gonna do this. Whatever podcast clips. I don't know. Let's just watch them. I don't care. I don't know.
You're talking about you don't like tribalism, but yet people need to usurp their right to exist based on force. That's tribalism.
Their right to exist based on force. So then force doctrine's true, right?
By your definition.
Okay, got it. So I just want to make sure I got this right. This thing is bad because it's bad. Then let me try this. Limiting democracy is good because it's good. Ask me why it's good.
Why do you think limiting democracy is good?
Because it's good. I think there's all sorts of pros which I've named for systems of limited, even monarchies, I think would be better than unfettered democracy.
You're advocating for a monarchy?
I think it would be better than a democracy.
Are you joking?
Oh, no.
Are you crazy?
No, I'm sorry.
So you are trying to limit people's free will. Under a monarchy, you systematically have less free will.
Says who?
You're not being represented by your
Why is that bad?
Because they're not acting in your interest and the interest of the judge.
I don't think also my government's acting in my interest. Go ahead, tell me, lie to me.
Sometimes.
When?
When it's not being a corrupt piece of shit.
When? What is it doing that's acting in my interest?
I mean, by establishing laws that maintain
force doctrine.
You're talking about...
You keep on saying I'm fighting against free will.
Let me get some interesting news. Let's do this one.
I don't think submission is this. Your husband says jump off a bridge. You would not be in contravention of being submissive if you're like, no, I'm not going to jump off a bridge. Or if your husband said, okay, sell these drugs or be a...
I would never
That
be
wouldn't
around someone
be,
like that.
but let me ask you this. Your husband says, well, let's say it's your boyfriend. Your boyfriend says, when we get married, you're taking my last name. Would you take your husband's last name?
No.
A couple questions on this. You said you're old school and traditional.
In certain aspects, not all.
Okay, so you're picking and choosing. It's like, it's a buffet. You get to pick and choose. Oh, I like this. Don't like that. Well, okay, there's some criticisms there. But, so, okay, you're picking and choosing. Do you want a guy to pay for first dates?
They don't have to, but if they do, that's a great look.
It's a plus. Do you want a guy who's a protector?
Yeah.
You want a guy who's a provider?
Yes, if you can.
You want a guy who's a leader?
Yes.
So just to be clear, do you want the guy to be old school and traditional in all the ways that men are typically old school and traditional?
I guess so. Well,
Okay.
you want your cake
Total double standard.
And so just to be clear though, so you want a guy to essentially be willing to die for you, but you won't take his last name? I don't...
What? I'm sorry I'm not having much commentary, but what did her not having... Okay, obviously these videos have context. Y'all, I'm not watching these videos. I don't care. But what did her not taking the last name had to do with standards? Oh, you're picking it... Oh, that's so dumb. You know why? Because it's like saying... Like, okay, obviously, there's some old standards that were good, right? But it's like saying, oh, so you don't want to be racist to black people, so, you're not... Okay, that was dumb.
If we're talking about race, if we're talking about race, for instance, if you're talking about what are perceived racial groups,
I hate to interrupt you, Andrew.
Yes.
Can you repeat what you just said to me privately there?
Yes, I will be needing to leave at 6 p.m. So for anyone who is leaving or who is watching and not 6:30, because I have a lot of reasons.
I mean, you agreed to do
6:30, yes.
6:30.
There's a lot of reasons. I mean, I have some health issues. I just sitting here for this prolonged period. I was not told, by the way, that this was going to be 3 hours. I thought it was going to be an hour max.
We didn't specify that it was going to be an hour max.
I actually was very poor communication on your end. But anyways, I'm telling you that I will be leaving at 6.
communication on your end, you're going to show and didn't bother asking how long it was going to be?
Again, I have health problems.
Yeah, but why
Are
would
you
you have a
serious?
difference?
Like, are you fucking serious?
Why would you have a different assumption? How would we know that?
I'm telling you now.
Oh, you're fundamentally a dishonest person.
I mean, that's just kind of something that you don't want to disclose because it's a little embarrassing.
Are you being too quiet?
Look,
Strong
we're
woman?
not
I
asking
thought
you
you
to-
were a strong woman, but quiet.
I'm leaving.
Hold on.
You were going to cry?
Hold on.
I thought you were a strong woman.
All right.
If we're talking about...
Okay, what? Y'all clip farming, bro. Okay, hold on. Even if the communication was bad, she should be allowed to leave and you're berating her. Even if she communicated badly, didn't know, why you... What did the comments say? Okay, what's the context of this? I don't know.
Are you seeing that's what?
Let me see some other videos. Let's see what this girl says. Let's see the one that says.
Should women be able to own land? Is that submissive or not submissive?
My immediate response to
Should women be able to own land? Is that submissive or not submissive?
my immediate response to that is they can own land, but is anyone else obligated for her to protect the land aside from her?
Probably call the police, have like.
Are they obligated to show up and protect the
If somebody
land?
trespasses,
No,
they're
they're not.
obligated to.
They're lawfully not in our society.
Police officers don't have to arrest trespassers?
No, that's responding to a violation. They have a duty to respond to violations. They have no duty to protect your property or your body.
Yeah, she could probably get a gun and a dog and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
if she gets a gun and a dog, and we wish her the best with that, I'm just saying, ultimately, for the most part, women are not going to be able to defend their body, their land, their house.
Sure, but you're fine with them owning the land.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that's a big...
So you at least align with first wave feminism. You're like, yeah, let you
No, not really. No, the philosophy is different than a particular.
But
You don't get to say, like, you think women should own land, therefore you agree with feminism, right?
Well, but you agree with that element of feminism, right?
That wouldn't be feminism because that existed prior to feminism. But the things that, like women having a right to life, that existed prior to feminism, so that's not feminism in ancient cultures.
Should women be able to
What does this have to do with anything? Women should own land, okay. But people are not obligated to protect the land. Bro, they're using so many like fallacies and stuff. What did the comments say? Bro, there's men who can't. Oh my god, dude. Go to Texas, see what happens. Okay, this comment right here, fair point. But that also doesn't mean that her husband gets to tell her what to do. Okay, I'm probably gonna watch some clips. This is getting weird. What's this one? This one has 9464K.
Do you think that women can be sexist towards men?
Well, if you want to get technical, I mean, they are technically paid more. I mean, right, across the board. No, the way that the gender breakdown started to exist was they took all the median earnings between all men and all the median earnings between women, and they basically matched them up and said, oh, look, there's obviously a difference. But the problem is, if you take the lowest paying jobs, early childhood education, caretaking, nannying, etc., those are like 98% women dominated. If you take the 5 most lucrative professions, pharmaceutical science, rocket science.
Okay, I actually disagree with this point. Okay, so let's see what the whatever podcast says. They might have a point I might agree with. But I don't agree that there's really a necessarily gender pay gap. There's a whole reason why, but let's go into it.
Then you find that those are heavily male dominated. So of course, when you factor in personal choices, which feminists never want to do, you get this what they call the wage gap, and then they blame it on men, taking that away from women, and they blame it on men, the patriarchy, which no feminist can ever define. They blame it on men because it's more comfortable.
If women were to make so much less than men, then why aren't companies just only employing women so that they can save money?
I don't know.
You think that
What?
women...
What is it? Okay, I agree with it. Okay, I'm just confused on what. Like, I agree with the point, but it's like, what was
Can be sexist towards men.
Let's go to popular. Let's do this one.
I hit my man. I made his nose bleed.
Did he hit you?
He hit me back and gave me a concussion.
Wait, you broke his
girl.
nose?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry that you went through that.
Wait, you're sorry.
I'm just
What do you
saying,
mean?
like,
You're
I
sorry.
About that whole
so
situation.
hard
Domestic
that I
violence is a
broke his
really
nose.
big thing. Domestic violence. It's
Who's the
something to play
victim?
with.
Who's the victim?
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Was
who's
she
the
the
victim?
The guy.
Why did you hit him first?
Because
That
he
sounds
was
like
playing
victim
with me.
blaming.
Why was he playing with you?
He was playing with me.
Why? It's not okay for her to be hitting somebody. It's not okay for
That's
her
what
to
I'm
hit
saying.
somebody.
So that's
It's
what
not,
I'm
I'm not
saying.
saying
So he
that
went
either.
back. So
But-
I'm saying, like, who's in the wrong?
Were you hospitalized with a concussion?
That's not the point.
Wait,
It-
this actually happened?
No, this actually happened. Yeah.
She made his nose bleed.
No, She broke his nose. Not just a nosebleed.
She said
broke his nose. No, she said broke.
I broke his nose, and then he hit me back because, you know.
Was it justified?
No, absolutely not. Not justified.
No. For him to hit
For
her
him to
back.
hit me back.
For him to hit you back, was that justified? A man should never hit
He
a
was
woman.
like,
This is why.
20 times.
They're gonna give you a concussion. You guys wanna end up in jail?
I hit my.
I mean, I do agree you shouldn't hit people. Man, bruh, like, this podcast, because I watched some of their stuff, they'll have, like, they make really stupid takes, but they'll make, like, the simplest takes, and then they'll look like they're so smart. What did the comments say? Yeah, I get it. Equal rights, equal.
You hate women. You understand?
Hey, guys.
You have no respect for women. That's why you're here arguing right now.
You respect
He doesn't.
Andrew, Mother's Day. How do you like that? You murdered your kid. Happy Mother's Day, murderer. And the woman next to you, she agrees with me. How does that make you feel? How does that make the entire CCP?
The thing about abortion, it gets complicated, but I mean, you're kind of proving your point. I mean, no, you probably respect someone, you know.
Feel that you're down here getting impregnated and murdering your offspring. How's that make you feel, ladies? That make you feel good?
Why'd you even go that far, though? Woman hate accountability. What? Okay.
How many
sugar daddies have you had in total?
Oh, it's had to be hundreds.
Is there currently a guy in the picture?
No, I mean, I don't like a roster.
What's the biggest? 30?
Brian, you're giving me mathematical equations. I don't know the exact number, but I know. I was so used to a lot of Xanax. So I don't I'm being dead ass. I was like, I was criminally addicted, and I'm not anymore.
Have you been to rehab?
Yes.
How many times?
Once. I left after one day because I was a bunch of heroin addicts, and like, it just didn't fit in. The rehab I left into was like kind of low income, because like I was on my medical insurance.
Bougie
I want Malibu retreat.
why didn't you go to Malibu retreat?
I don't have my mom's not rich like that.
One of the sugar daddies could have paid for it.
No, he got shot and I had to go to rehab. Sorry, I'm being so deep so fast.
How did you get shot?
Wine. Oh my god, I probably should say this. I have people are probably okay, whatever.
You got people in the streets?
No,
Watching this?
Snitch.
Snitch.
There are ops out here, Brian.